So guys, welcome back. Let us go to basic EPS. This is part 2 of IAS 33. In the first part, we have discussed the theory. In the second part, we'll see what is the meaning of basic EPS and we'll do one question also. After that, the remaining we'll see in the next session. Okay. So basically, basic EPS is equal to A by B. What is this A? Numerator. What is this B? Denominator. So this is explained in point number 1. This is explained in point number 2. This is explained in point number 3. So there are 3 points. No sir, there are 4 points. Our fourth point is contingently issuable shares. Okay, there are only 4 points. What are they? First one is what is basic EPS. Second one is how to calculate numerator. Third one is how to calculate denominator. Fourth one is contingently issuable shares, that we'll see later. Not an issue. Okay. So Srijita, can you read this 1, 2, 3, ma?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Point 1. Basic EPS is calculated by dividing profit or loss attributable to ordinary equity holders of parent entity, the numerator, by the weighted average number of ordinary shares outstanding, the denominator, during the period.
So you understand, this is what we have been, learning throughout. Next.
Point 2. The earnings numerator, profit or loss from continuing operations, and net profit or loss means for the calculation should be after deducting all expenses including tax, minority interest, and preference dividend.
Super. So what you need to do? Take profit before tax. Okay. So write down basic EPS. Basic EPS. Under that first point, basic EPS is equal to net profit attributable to the shareholders of parent entity divided by weighted average number of ordinary shares. 2. Numerator. What is numerator? Net profit attributable to shareholders of parent entity. How to calculate this? Take profit before tax, ting ting ting, minus tax, ting ting ting. Then it will be profit after tax, ting ting ting. Profit after tax minus preference dividend. Toing, toing, toing. Then this is profit attributable to ordinary shareholders. Hey, but this has 2 groups. One is 80% of this company belongs to parent. Remaining 20% is called minority interest or non-controlling interest. If this is say 100 rupees or $100, this should be split between 2 people. Parent company will get 80% of it. Minority interest or non-controlling interest, that means outside group, 20%. So minus share in profits. Share in profits entitled to minority interest. Then this will become net profit attributable to equity shareholders of parent. So this is your numerator. This is how you calculate your numerator. That's all. This is what they explained in second point. Are we clear so far? Next, read 3 more.
The denominator number of shares is calculated by adjusting the shares in issue at the beginning of the period by the number of shares bought back or issued during the period multiplied by a time weighting factor. IAS 33 includes guidance on appropriate recognition date for share issues in various circumstances.
Super. So denominator, what they are saying? Third point is denominator. denominator. So what they are saying, take opening shares, and then there can be buyback of shares, and then there can be issue of new shares. So take this component A, take this component B, take this component C. So you have 10,000 ordinary shares, but you bought back 2,000 ordinary shares. So this will be 2,000. And you issued new 4,000 shares. So plus 4,000. So can I say plus 10,000 opening minus 2,000 plus 4,000? So Pawan sir, it will be 12,000 Pawan sir. No, no, no. They said take opening, adjust for buyback and issue. Till that fine. Take opening number of shares outstanding, adjust for buyback and issue, and then apply time adjustment factor, time adjustment factor, time adjustment factor. This is 12 months by 12 months. This is only 8 months by 12 months. This can be only 3 months by 12 months. Just for the sake of example, I said. That means after commencement of the year, after 4 months you bought back. You understand? So you are giving only the time proportion. How many months this shares are existing? That you will give time adjustment factor. You understand? That's all. This is your denominator. Now simple. Step 1, calculate numerator. Step 2, calculate denominator. Step 3, calculate basic EPS. Khatam. Step 1, calculate numerator. Step 2, calculate denominator. Step 3, calculate EPS. Step 1 by step 2. That's all. So once you understand, we'll do one problem and then you understand it in a better way. Hello madam, please read problem number 1.
Yes, sir. Problem number 1, basic EPS with share issue for cash. ABC company had a share capital of 10,000 ordinary shares of CU1.
CU1 stands for currency unit. That could be pound sterling, that could be dollar, that could be euro, that could be anything. Currency unit 1.
And 1,000 redeemable preference shares of CU1 each as of January 2001.
So now you tell me, when I am calculating basic EPS, shall I consider this? Yes or no?
Yes.
Shall I consider this?
Yes.
No, I will not consider this. I will consider 10,000 shares because they are ordinary shares. These are preference shares. Redeemable preference shares you will not consider. You will consider this in diluted EPS. While calculating dilute, because today they are not shareholders. No, basic EPS is actual EPS for today. Diluted EPS is extrapolated, estimated EPS of the period, coming period. You understand? So when you are calculating basic EPS, you are calculating with actual numbers. Actual number of shares only you will calculate. 10,000. That 1,000 is there, no? That you will not consider. Okay, next. Continue.
On 1st June 2001, ABC issued new share capital of 2,000 ordinary shares, CU1 each, for cash.
So will you consider this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, because this is actual. You have issued new shares. So by the end of the year, these shares also will be there. Okay, next.
In 2001, ABC's profit after tax was CU 20,000. ABC paid the preference dividend of CU 0.20 per share during 2002, and it was included as a finance chart within the net profit.
So what is the meaning? They are saying they paid preference dividend at $0.20, but that is already included as finance cost. That means this 20,000 is after dividend. So you will not do any adjustment. If they have not given this phrase, it was already included as finance cost in calculation of net profit. If this sentence is not there, then probably you think, okay, this 20,000 is profit after tax before preference dividend, and then you will subtract it. But here, these preference shares are redeemable, no? Redeemable preference shares are to be treated as debt instrument, not equity instrument. That we'll discuss in financial instruments. That is a different story. In financial instruments, I'll explain you. But here what you need to understand, these preference shares are a kind of loan, debt instrument. So obviously dividend paid on them will be finance charge. That means interest. So while calculating your profit, you have already subtracted that. So out of this 20,000, no adjustment need to be done. Okay. So they are asking you to calculate basic EPS. So step 1 numerator 20,000 currency units. Khatam. Step 2 weighted average number of ordinary shares. Like Thanos, we have Vanos. Weighted average number of ordinary shares. How to calculate? 10,000 opening shares are there. They are there throughout the year. 12 by 12 they are there. Plus newly you have issued 2,000 shares. Newly they have issued 2,000 shares. When they issued it on 1st June. 1st June means how many months? Jan is over, Feb is over, March, April, May, 5 months over. That means for the remaining 7 months from June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So how many? 7 months they are there. Please be very careful while calculating number of days or number of months. Students by mistake they say, oh, June, that means half year. Hello, June 1st, not June 30th. Use brain. So it is 7 by 12 into 7 by 12. Calculate and tell me. This will be 10,000 plus 2,000 into 7 by 12. 1167. So that is equal to 11,167 approx. So step 3, calculate basic EPS. 20,000 divided by 11,167. 1.79. Hold on. This is a time adjustment factor based on months. You can take it based on years also. Based on number of days also. Then you have to calculate number of days. How you need to do, 10,000 into how many days? Jan 31 days plus Feb 28 days plus March 31 days plus April 30 days plus May 31 days. So 151. No, sorry. Here it is 365 by 365 plus. For the remaining 2,000 shares, you apply from 1st June. June 30 days plus July 31 plus August 31 plus September 30, October 31, November 30, December 31. So 214 days. So we calculate here, it comes to 10,000 plus 2,000 into 214 divided by 365. This will be 1172. Little change is there. Here 167 came, here 1172 came. So 11,172. Now EPS will be 20,000 divided by 11,172. That will be 1.79. Same. This is not changing, no? Approx. And there is another way of calculating this number also. So what we have done, this is opening we took for 12 months. This is new issue we took for remaining 7 months. Like this I have done. Okay, or there is another way. So from this to this 10,000 shares are there. From this to this 12,000 shares are there. Like this also I can calculate. Then for 10,000 I have to give divided by 12 into 5 months. This will be 7 months. So 5 months I lived with 10,000 shares. 7 months I lived with 12,000 shares. So like this, if you calculate also, 10,000 into 5 divided by 12, how much? 4167. 12,000 into 7 by 12. Why am I calculating that? Should be 7,000. No, 12,000 by 12 is 1,000 into 7, 7,000. So 7,000 plus 4167. This came same answer, sir. 11,167. Correct answer, sir. Or you can calculate with number of days also. 10,000 into first 5 months number of days. 12,000 into next 7 months number of days. You will end up with same answer. If you know how to make calculations, you can calculate in any number of ways. Answer will be same. You understand? Hello? So are we done with question number 1? Question number 1, let us see what is their answer. They might have taken number of days. Yeah, 1.79. That's all. Correct. They have taken number of days, so they got 11,173. Same answer, whatever we got. So guys, you have any doubts in this? If you do not have doubts, can I say that this session is over? We'll complete this in the next session.